Hey. So this is the last video, at least for in terms of summarizing some of these categories of the leadership game, which is something I'm kind of like promoting complementary. That's a way to get my name out there for kind of like a team assessment tool. Is really what it is. It's what I'm calling it. We call it the leadership game. The Joe Maxwell team members call it the leadership game. We're the only ones that can provide this activity or this assessment to you, but it's not necessarily a game. It's really more an evaluation tool. It's a way to have fun while discussing very serious issues about your team, about the company and the organization, about personal development. It's a way to assess gaps, to assess strengths, to assess weaknesses, to see relationships among team members. It's a nice way to have a workshop if you want to have an offsite and you want to experience something different that's not your usual team building activity or strategic planning. This is a nice way to do so. So far we've touched on the gold card category. This is for whatever the activity here is. The team member gets to kind of like show appreciation to someone else. The card would say there's a principle, and then they say choose whoever represents this the most and tell us why. So the person just goes in there and turns that in. The next one's personal leadership. This is about kind of like self-development, personal development. That's one other category. The third video was leaders. This is usually related to leading teams. This one, followers. Followers is about kind of like those under somebody, those following whoever the leader of the group is. The last video was about organization. This is more questions and discussion topics related to the team, the bigger team as a whole, or the organization, the company, things like that. And this one's the last one, the last category. We call them the trigger cards. And the trigger cards are slightly different from the other activities, mainly because this is really, it triggers thoughts related to the discussion that's already being had. This card is only played after a few rounds of the game, and it's kind of like it would ask things like, reflect on things that we've touched on so far. What was the best thing? But this example in particular, this one says, it's a trigger card, and it's just what is the first topic that needs to be addressed following this exercise? What is the first topic that needs to be addressed following this exercise? So the kind of like the goal of that is like, if we have touched on 10 different topics throughout the game or the assessment, this one's just kind of like a way to prioritize which one do we feel is the most like important to discuss after the game is done, which is kind of like why I'm doing it complementary. I'm also that's probably a reason why I'm offering, in addition to the activity as a whole, I'm actually offering 2 to 3 strategic sessions, planning sessions after the activity happens, so that the leader, whoever's the decision maker at that point, or the team, if they want to, can actually plan out what is their action plan to address whatever the first topic might be. So that's what I'm doing. That's kind of like the overview of the leadership game. I may do another video or so, but just talking about in general all the details. But if you want to know more about this, feel free to reach out to me, whether that's through the comments, whether that's direct messaging, or if you just want to go to the website that I have, where I've been using, it's juanonOnecoaching.com/leadership challenge. That's Juan, Juan, onOnecoaching.com/leadership challenge. And then you get to see kind of like a short video on what the game does, what it helps you do, and you share your information with me, and we can set up a time to just kind of like discuss more details about what I'm doing and what it does and some of the other things that are involved in the game. But if you're interested, feel free to reach out again, and then if you have any questions, feel free to let me know. Thanks for watching. This has been an interesting experience for me, and I'm just excited. I'm kind of excited. I really like the game. I really like what it can do. I like how people transform from the beginning of the game to the end of it. So hopefully you're looking for a nice different team building activity for your next offsite, or just your planning session for the next year. And I'll be happy to talk to you about it. So thanks for watching. Have a good one. Have a good night, good day whenever you're watching this. And I'll see you next time. See you.